For like the past 8 or so videos, I know I said this a lot. We're at the climax of Wano. This is Kaido versus Luffy round 3. We've seen Luffy go 3 rounds with multiple opponents. We have Crocodile, the first one when he got stabbed and was left in the sand. The second one where he drained all the water from Luffy. And then round 3 when Luffy beat him through the bedrock. Then we have Doflamingo. Round 1, Luffy, Law, and a lot of other characters were thrown away from the castle. Number 2, he got a red hawk in on Doflamingo and was split up, had to fight Bellamy. And then round 3, we saw him go against Doflamingo Gear 4th, and he defeated him with the King Kong gun. And now we have Kaido. We have round 1 where he fought him in Curie, round 2 where he and the 5 supernovas, well, I guess including him, they fought Kaido and Big Mom, and Luffy said, I got this one-on-one. He got knocked off of Onigashima. Now he's back up and we're in for round 3. And another reason why I want to say is the climax is because now we have the crisis at hand. We've seen a lot of crisis in One Piece. Ace's execution, can we get to him before he dies? The Noah, can we stop the Noah and defeat the Fishman Pirates before it's over? The bomb, will Crocodile get destroyed, and will we find the bomb before Alabasta is exploded? And then we had the birdcage, which was, can we defeat Doflamingo and win and stop the birdcage before it kills all of us inside? And now we have Wano 15 minutes before Onigashima lands on Wano capital, becoming new Wano and new Onigashima with Yamato as the head of Shogun. And Wano is officially the longest arc in the series. It used to be Dressrosa, but now it's Wano. And there are a ton of things that I need clarification on, a ton of things I need to be wrapped up before Wano ends. And starting off, we have the Big Mom Pirates. We know that they were knocked off a couple times with Marco and King, both, I guess, birds or pterodactyls, or some ancient devil fruit, mythical devil fruit. They knocked them off the waterfall. They have some big and strong people on there. Oven, Daifuku, Flampe, Smoothie. I was about to say Sugar for some reason, but they have a decent amount of pirates on their crew. What's going to happen with them? Will they go when the war is over? Will they fight? Because I don't really think many people have the stamina and the strength. Zoro, he took that pill. He's going to be hurting twice as hard. Probably Sanji, Luffy, Yamato, all of them are going to be exhausted. So who's going to be left to fight him? We know the Straw Hat, excluding Nico Robin, Frankie, Jinbei, Usopp, Nami, and I say Brook, they're fairly healthy, so maybe they'll fight them. I don't know. Personally, I think it'll be like the end of Marineford. They go in. I think Big Mom is defeated, but they go in. Just they don't want to fight. It's no point in fighting anymore because the Alliance, they already got what they wanted. They killed Kaido and Orochi. So I think they go and retrieve Big Mom and just go back to Whole Cake Island, where I think they'll think because of Big Mom's defeat, they will either kill her off screen or have someone new become the head of the Big Mom Pirates, who I think it'll be Katakuri. And we'll probably get this the more we fight King, or maybe more with Queen just running his mouth. But I gotta know more about the Lunarians. We know that they used to reside on the top of the red line. We know that King is the last survivor, hence why Big Mom wanted him on her crew, because she likes exotic or new creatures. We know that they can burst into flames and that God kicked them off of the red line. So maybe the Celestial Dragons fought the Lunarians and won. I don't know, but I want to see that more fleshed out. And I also want to see more about Sanji being a mutation. We saw, I believe, in chapter 1022 or 1023. I think it was more 22 or 24 or 23. I don't know. But we saw that Sanji said his body fell off. Didn't hurt. It was just weird. So maybe we're finally going to see him mutate and become even stronger. I want to flesh out more about the Diablo Jamba. I believe in the SBS, Oda talked about the Diablo Jamba being about his burning passion. Even Sanji stated it when fighting Queen, when we used to think that it was just him moving so fast that the friction caused his leg to burn and burst into flames. Because of who we believe Ushimaru and Yamato's flashback looks a lot like Zoro, they have a lot of parallels. I'm not going to get into that. I'm thinking, I wrote it somewhere here, might have wrote it on my whiteboard, but I want to do a video where I talk about Ushimaru and Zoro's parallels, which I might do next week, or I might wait till we get more about Ushimaru, but they look alike, right? Zoro and Ushimaru, we believe that that is father and son, and Yamato had interactions with Ushimaru, or the person who goes by no name, in the cave when they were locked up. And this made me realize that we have yet to get a Zoro and Yamato interaction, so I cannot wait to see that. Maybe that'll flesh out into more of Zoro's backstory, where we believe Zoro is related to Ryuma, the Shimosuke, Ushimaru, where maybe we don't necessarily get Zoro's flashback. Maybe we might see how he ended up in the East Blue, but we might get more fleshed out about the Shimosuke clan, specifically Ryuma and Ushimaru. Then there's the talk about Black Blades, where I believe when Zoro was fighting, I forget what his name was, but it was the guy on the bridge, the big guy who stole Shusui. So he talked about how Ryuma forged Shusui into a black blade, and Zoro was like, well, I've been wondering about that. We know Mihawk has a black blade, so what blade will Zoro forge black here? Will it be Enma? I personally think so, because I believe Hitetsu talked about how he can raise Enma and his other swords ranks by forging them black, so I think it only makes sense that he forges or makes Enma into a black blade. I also want to talk about and see more about Kid and more about Law fighting Big Mom, similar to how Jinbei and Who's Who. We did not get that for a long time. We got updates on the other Straw Hats except for Who's Who. That was because there was a big twist, which was about his interaction with Luffy, the Gum Gum Fruit, God, Nika, and Red Hair Shanks. So maybe Oda is saving Big Mom in against Kid and Law, but I really want to see that because I want to see Law use Conqueror's Kid use Conqueror's Haki coded attacks and how they will handle Big Mom, especially with how strong they are. And maybe we can finally put Kid and Law on a level where they're either equal or maybe even above Luffy, Zoro, and Yamato, because right now I have them below. This is also where I want to talk about who defeats or who kills Kaido. Will it be Luffy? Will it be Yamato? Or will it be Zoro? Those are the only three that make sense to me. I did a video about who kills Kaido, or will Zoro kill Kaido. I'll leave that in the description, but I forgot to mention what the Sendai Katetsu means. If you guys do not know what the Sendai Katetsu is, he got that sword all the way back at Logtown, where that is the cursed blade. Katetsus are meant to kill those who wield them or have misfortune. And so Zoro, the Sendai Katetsu, it means Oni killing. We know that Kaido is an Oni, so maybe he will forge the Sendai Katetsu black, or maybe he will use that in his attack. I don't know what he'll do, but he could use, or the Sendai Katetsu could some way be the reason why Kaido dies, and maybe Zoro will upgrade to the Nadai Katetsu after Wano is over. And I see a lot of people saying that Zoro is going to break the Sadai Katetsu, which I disagree. Breaking a sword is the same as a shame on a swordsman, and we know that Zoro does not like shaming himself. I don't think Zoro will ever break a sword again, similar to how he'll never get a scar on his back because he thinks that that's shameful as a swordsman. We also got to see the All-Stars get defeated, Jack, Queen, and King. I want to see characters' deaths, Kaido, Orochi. I want to see some of the scabbards. Right now, we believe Kinemon, Kiku, Kandro, and Ashura Doji are dead. Personally, I think out of the Akaiza 9, that 2 of them die, or maybe just 1. I would hope it's not Kiku, or I would hope it's not Kinemon, because those 2 are my favorite of the scabbards. And I also want to see the people reacting to Onigashima flying at the capital. Specifically, I want to see Otoko. I want to see her reaction. And I also want to see Hitetsu, maybe even Hiyori, depending if she's already at Onigashima or if she's at the Wano capital, and Kiemon's wife as well. And I've said this in a lot of videos, there's always that lead woman in the arcs, putting Reiju, Vivi, Shirahoshi, Boa Hancock. I can keep going, but I want to see Hiyori get reintroduced to the story. We see her and Zoro have a great relationship. Luffy and Zoro have a lot of parallels. Luffy and Momonosuke, they have a great relationship as well. So I want to see how she will make her way back in the story, how she interacts with Zoro, how she looks at Momonosuke when he is an adult. He looks like Odin probably. And I also want to see her interaction with Sanji. I think that would be funny. And her with the scabbards as well, because the reason why she didn't go look at the other scabbards is because she said it is bad luck for her to see them before they have a fierce battle. Then there's the thing about people joining the crew. Who's going to join the crew? We know that Jinbei, they held off on his toast because they want to wait till after the war is over. I want to see if Yamato joins the crew. I think she does. Maybe Carrot. What about Momonosuke? Does he stay? Does he leave? Does he become Shogun of Wano? And speaking of him leaving, what will happen with Otama? Will she stay there? Because we know that she wanted to go with Ace. Will Luffy be like, hey, I'll wait for you here? How will Momonosuke make the decision of his people, or will he go with Luffy? And this brings about Oda's journal. What happened in Oda's journal? what was in it. Will Yamato tell him, or will Luffy be like, nah, I don't want to read it, I want to go on the adventure? And this leads me to want to talk about more about Luffy becoming a Yonko, and will Wano be his new territory? And that once Luffy becomes a Yonko, will other territories like Alabasta, Dressrosa, Fishman Island, will they raise the Straw Hat flag to protect them? Instead of, I believe Fishman Island, they have Big Moms, and I don't think any other, I think Kaido is Wano, so what countries will raise the Straw Hat flag for protection? And now we're going to talk about a little bit of the revelry and outside of Wano. Who comes to Wano? Will it be an admiral? Will it be Blackbeard? Will they try to go steal Kaido's fruit? Will Moria use Kaido and use his double fruit to make Kaido's body kind of like a puppet? I think that would be a great asset to Blackbeard's crew. What about the warlords? We know that they were hunted or being hunted. Mihawk, he was like, I haven't been chased in a long time. We all know Mihawk's about to work. He's the top 10 strongest in the series. What about Kobe and Boa Hancock? Now, realistically, Oda can write however he wants, but Boa Hancock is a top 5 strongest woman in One Piece. I think it goes Big Mom, whoever was the female admiral candidate, then it goes Yamato, and then Boa Hancock, I think she was a top 3, maybe top 4 strongest warlord. So realistically, Kobe should not beat her, but hey, it's Oda. I do think that they'll have an interaction where they both like Luffy and fanboy over him and fangirl and crush over him, and then Kobe will leave. Maybe that happens. Gotta see what happens with bounties. How does that shake up the world government? Luffy will be a Yonko. Who becomes the new Yonko? We see a Yonko's fall. We know that the world government was shaken up more with the warlords being abolished, that they have new weapons. So I gotta see how the world reacts to different Yonkos falling. And like I said about bounties, gotta see the Straw Hats get a major boost. Zoro better be above 1.5. Luffy better be in the 3 billions. Sanji, it would be funny if he gets the 999 gap or the 997 because San means 3. Robin, all the other bounties, I want to see that be increased. I also want to see about Cobra and Sabo. We know Cobra's missing and that Sabo's missing as well. I don't think Sabo's kidnapped or killed, because if he's kidnapped, that would be similar to Ace at Marineford, how Ace got kidnapped. And so I think that would be a little bit repetitive for the final war if we saw that Sabo. He gets a lot of hate because he parallels and is very similar to Ace in a lot of ways. They're older brother of Luffy. They both have the merit. They're both strong. And that if he got kidnapped, like I said, it would be basically Marineford 2.0, and that Sabo made Luffy a Vivicar, so that Sabo will go save Luffy, and I think that's what's going to happen. That's what the final war is going to be about. But overall, this is what I think needs to happen by the end of Wano. Let me know your guys' thoughts about it in the comment section below. This is the stuff that I want to see fleshed out and be solved before Wano ends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.